And welcome back to Who Would Win, and this is a unique one. This comes to us from God's cousin who asked the question, who would win in a fight, Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan? Now, a lot of people have always said that Bruce Lee is probably the greatest, if not one of the greatest, martial artists that has ever lived. But Jackie Chan is no slouch himself. So the question is, if these two, at their peaks, met in a fight, a legitimate fight, not necessarily to death, but if one were to deliver the killing blow, they would stop immediately. It's like, I win. If these two were to meet and fight, who would win? Oddly enough, Jackie Chan has actually been a stunt double, or not stunt double, like an extra in a couple Bruce Lee movies before. But anyway, Bruce Lee, I believe Bruce Lee's actual, Bruce Lee was actually born, was he actually born named Bruce Lee? Li Junfan, and then it changed his name to Bruce Lee. In terms of his actual physical ability, like physical build, let's see, because I have like his wiki up, so they have like things like nutrition and things along those lines in his career. 1 second there, fitness and shit. Oh yeah, he was 5'8" at 141 pounds, and he was ripped. Like, he honestly looks taller than 5'8". He's that thinly built and leanly built. He was a monster of a man in terms of just sheer physicality, in terms of how well in shape he was. He was also, he was the man who invented his own martial arts style. He's actually considered one of the progenitors of mixed martial arts. His martial arts style was not one single style, though he trained under Ip Man, who was famed for what was it? Wing Chun. But he later developed his own style, Jeet Kune Do, which was a mix of things, including street fighting, boxing, a little bit of wrestling, and obviously Wing Chun was in there as well. Bruce Lee was faster than people talk about Muhammad Ali with the whole you guys can't hear what your eyes can't see, and he throws that punch that if you're not really looking, even watching the tape, you don't see the punch coming. Bruce Lee literally moved so fast you could not see him move. That's how fast he was. His footwork, his kicks, his strength of his punches. He literally developed something known as the one-inch punch, where he basically, if I'm remembering exactly how it works, you more or less to do it, you do use your finger like this, and I'm making sure I'm looking. Use your finger like this, something along those lines, to basically get the 1 inch, and then you do it basically with enough momentum, just boom, like that. That's what you're supposed to do with the 1-inch punch. And they've proven that the 1-inch punch it's still powerful, especially if you know how to do it, but a lot of that came probably from the intimidation of his character, Bruce Lee. Jackie Chan is actually, believe it or not, taller by an inch. You wouldn't think it to look at him, but he is taller than is taller than Bruce Lee was, which is weird. He's 5'9". How about that? I also would have to guess, just based on his body type, that how much is Jackie Chan? I could just type in how much Jackie Chan weighs. But I'm going to guess he's probably a little heavier than him, but not by much. Maybe like 150, 160, something like that. But Jackie Chan did not start out as a martial artist. He started as a stuntman. But he then would later train in martial arts. That's the thing. He would, in fact, he actually, which is also a well-trained opera singer, oddly enough. But what Jackie Chan brings to the table is a bit more variety. He didn't just train under one single martial art. He trained in Kung Fu. He trained in Wushu. He also trained in Jeet Kune Do, the style that Bruce Lee created. Hapkido, which I'm guessing involves... Hapkido is a form of Korean martial arts. It's a highly electric Korean martial art form of self-defense. Employs joint locks, grapples. Yeah, okay, I know exactly what that is. It's kind of like a judo, sort of. And if anything, he at least knows several styles and forms of stances, as we've seen in some of his movies, like Drunken. it's pretty clear he knows Drunken, is that what Wushu is? Because that's the thing, I don't know the actual term for drunken fighting. Is it called? I know. I mean, there's drunken monkey, drunken fist, but is there an actual name like wushu or something like that? Name? It's the umbrella term kung fu. There are several hundred fighting styles within it. But point being is that yes, he knows drunken fist. He knows a large degree of martial arts. He's mastered a couple martial arts, but he's just has a wide knowledge of a great deal of martial arts. So you have vast amount of skill in basically mastery in basically one single form of combat, high precision in it that's drawn from many, and and high degree of maybe not mastery but expertise. Like he's an expert martial artist. Is he a master martial artist? That's and maybe in one or two fields, but not in every field he knows. But he knows a lot of fields. That's the thing with Jackie Chan. Now, to gauge this, I have to break it down the physical attributes in terms of like speed, strength, durability, all that stuff, and technique. So if I'm just breaking it down to, first off, technique versus technique, it wouldn't matter how good Jackie Chan is in Jeet Kune Do. I mean, I don't know if he's perfected it to the point where he would even surpass Bruce Lee at this point. If Bruce Lee had continued to live into this day and age, I'm certain he would have continued to be a badass and just gotten stronger and better in terms of his abilities. But if we're going to say just between his Jeet Kune Do and Bruce Lee's Jeet Kune Do, no, Bruce Lee's going to he's the guy who created the form. You're going to be hard pressed to beat him in the form he created it. In terms of everything else, I would say Jackie is probably the better actual martial artist in terms of the other styles, only because, or most of his other styles, only because Bruce Lee didn't necessarily know the other styles to the best of my knowledge. But that said, his proficiency in his one style would at least give him an expertise in his overall fight. He doesn't have to try to switch up his game in terms of a new style. He just has to come at things from a different angle with his current style. Whereas Jackie has multiple styles. In case one thing's not working, he'll try a different thing. If that's not working, he'll try a different thing. He can go into different styles, and he can probably combine and mix and match if he so chooses. So it's kind of a wash, but I will say I'll give the adaptability advantage to Jackie Chan. In terms of pure physical strength, like striking power and things along those lines, I'm going to give it to Bruce Lee. Jackie Chan, even at his peak, when he was in like the best shape of his life, when you actually compare him, like, and I'm talking like maybe Drunken Master Jackie Chan. Yeah, no, Bruce Lee was like a cut above the rest in terms of his physical fitness and like body type. Like I like to think of myself in really good shape. I'm pretty skinny. I mean, but I got I got muscle on me. No, I'm nothing compared to even like Jackie Chan. I'm not even compared to like Jet Li or anything like that. And Jet Li surprisingly isn't or was never really that jacked. He was in good shape, obviously, and he is in good shape, obviously, but not the same kind of way that even Jackie Chan or Jet Li or Bruce Lee was. But no, Bruce Lee, in terms of his striking power, I don't see Jackie Chan pulling off a one-inch punch like Bruce Lee could. I don't see him pulling off his shirt and just kind of like flexing it. And you've seen, if you look at Bruce Lee, you can see those videos where he just kind of flexes his rib cage and looks huge for a moment. I don't see Jackie Chan doing that. So physically speaking, in terms of strength, I'm going to Bruce Lee. And in terms of speed also, Jackie Chan's fast. Don't get me wrong, Jackie Chan is fast, but Bruce Lee, he like disappeared when he moved. Like reflex-wise, he disappeared. Jackie Chan is fast and like blurred. It's like a blur, but sometimes you wouldn't even see Bruce Lee. That's how fast Bruce Lee was. So speed-wise, I also got to give it to Bruce Lee. Durability and endurance, however, that's an odd thing because the only real accounts we have of possible durability, because Bruce Lee almost never, and I mean almost never, lost a fight. So and one of the most infamous ones was the fight with Wong Junk-man, which is what the Birth of the Dragon movie is based off of. And there's two conflicting reports. One that the fight lasted 20 to 25 minutes, and that it ended with Lee basically being unusually winded. But at the same time, other people, including Bruce Lee, Linda Lee Cadwell, who was, and James Yim Lee, who were all basically people who were present there at the fight, basically said, no, the fight lasted 3 minutes, and he had him on the ground. He said, do you give up? He said, I give up. So it's the only, no one will ever know except the people who were actually there, and whether or not they're telling the truth or not is whatever. Point being, we don't actually know now in terms of like just endurance, like how long you can last the fight. I don't think Bruce Lee would honestly have a problem in terms of being winded. That's the thing that kind of like bugs me. It's like Bruce Lee, with how fit Bruce Lee honestly was, I don't picture him as someone who got winded easy. So yeah, but Jackie's just the same. He it would take a lot to wind him too. But the thing is, I know he had a legitimate fight with Chuck Norris as well. Like a legitimate, not just in the movies. They actually had a legitimate fight and he won. But I'm certain he can take a hit. I'm not saying that. But Jackie was a stunt man before he was a martial artist. Jackie can take abuse and keep going because that was what his job was. And so he can, no matter what he can ignore pain and keep going because if he wanted to get paid, he had to do that. So I actually got to go the durability and endurance route ultimately for Jackie Chan. And then in terms of like intelligence, they're both really intelligent individuals, but Bruce Lee did have more of a psychological warfare tactic to him when he would psych his opponents out. But Jackie's smart enough. I don't think he would fall into that. So it's kind of hit or miss on that. However, they both knew each other, at least in some minor or major capacity, whatever it may have been. So let's set up this fight and say magical wormhole, and in his prime Jackie, I think that's probably like Drunken Master Jackie. In fact, let me actually just find out when that movie came out. Let's see here. Drunken Master. When did Drunken Master come out? I don't need, where, come on, filmography. Where are you, Drunken Master? I need you. Oh, there we go. Oh, Jackie Chan's filmography. Here we go. So when was Drunken Master? Let's see here. And Bruce Lee died, and I gotta get Bruce Lee's death. So I gotta know, so that way I'll know how old, okay, died 73. So let's see here. Oh man, Drunken Master wasn't for a while. Where was Drunken Master? The first Drunken Master came out in 78. Came out 5 years after Bruce Lee died. Wow. And then I believe it was Legend of the Drunken Master that came out. Oh God, wow. When did Legend of the Drunken Master come out? Damn, that came out a lot later. Wow. And I love Legend of the Drunken. I love both those movies. Come on. Pom Pom, that's an interesting name. That's a movie he was in. Wow. Where is Legend of the Drunken Master? There's two different Drunken Master 2 was 94? Like, really? Okay, wait, then, wow, it was 94, it was a full freaking 16 years later. Wow. Okay, point being, let's say that he somehow winds up with Bruce Lee, and they disagree to. He says like, it's good to see you again, old friend. I was like, any Jackie? It's like, yes, oh yeah. And then he explains that. I was like, so no, I've been learning a lot. I've learned a lot. And it's like, so you wish to take me on? So you wish to show me what you have? It's like, yes, I would. And they'll start off, and I think Bruce would be the like in the. Both accounts actually did say, despite the disparity between who won and who lost in the Wang Jackman fight, that Bruce Lee was the aggressor in that fight, and he came out first. I do think he'd be the one who comes out first. Now, he'd probably come out with kind of a similar technique, comes out, attacks, but Jackie actually able to avoid it. He tries to throw a punch, but, because his Jeet Kune Do was a derivative of Wang Chung. The style was designed to just avoid and deliver fast strikes. So it's gonna be it's going to be a lot of, Bruce Lee aggressing and Jackie trying to avoid. But Jackie, I think, when he does hit, can take the abuse and keep going a bit better than Bruce can. So he's going to, come back in and change his style up, which Bruce is not going to immediately expect. He's going to be impressed that Jackie even knows this many styles. Goes into drunken boxing for a little bit, which definitely I think would take Bruce Lee off. It's just, he's moving around a bit. He's moving like the monkey, moving like a drunk, just actually hitting Bruce Lee fairly competently. Bruce Lee's on the back of it now, but he quickly adjusts a little bit. And then, he's sizing up how the style. Obviously, he would know about the style. That style existed for God knows how long. When Jackie comes again, this time he's ready in this and actually moves his style with him like a boxer, because his style does incorporate boxing. So he moves like a boxer and lands a good solid hook on Jackie, and then aggresses again. Jackie's, trying to avoid now. So you're going to get a lot of back and forth. Jackie's going to be taking the hits better than Bruce can, but when Bruce hits him, he's hitting him hard. That's also not to forget that Bruce doesn't just have arms, he has legs, and his kicks hurt from record. So, when he actually, Jackie gets hit, and ultimately, he just and then, he has to backtrack again. But again, Jackie's also someone who's very capable of using the environment to his advantage, as we've seen. And great, that's all set up, obviously, but you can't do what he does in those movies without being just naturally prone to use your environment to your advantage. So he'll try taking the high ground, which definitely is going to be something that Bruce can't immediately cope with. Bruce, cause he would have to follow him up, and Jackie would have the high ground, so that's not something he'd want to be, he'd want to do. Ultimately, I will give it to Bruce Lee. I think Bruce is just a faster and stronger. He'll get more hits in. Jackie will last for quite a while. He will. But I have to give it to Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee was, frankly, Bruce Lee was a dangerous person. If you actually fought him seriously, and it's like, all right, what if let's fight to the death. He could kill you in a fight. Jackie could too, but that's not Jackie's personality. Bruce, it's the big X factors here are, first off, physical speed and strength, which Bruce immediately has. His style was also a very aggressive style, so Jackie's going to be on defense most of the fight. And the hits he's going to get are going to have to be counter hits, basically. He can try to be the aggressor, but Bruce, the minute that he lets up, or Bruce sees an opening, he's going to put the pressure back on him. But I think the big thing is their mentalities. Jackie Chan, from what we know, he's a serious guy when it comes to, because he takes his job seriously. He's a professional, constant professional, all that. He's done his own stunts for God knows how long, but he's not mentally speaking, a dangerous individual. He's not I'm gonna kill you in this ring kind of guy. Bruce Lee was that kind of guy. Bruce Lee, if you weren't careful, Bruce Lee could kill you if you did not take that fight 100% seriously, because he was taking those fights 100% seriously. He was also cocky too, so he would show off. So that could be something Jackie could exploit, but at the same time, I don't know if it'd be something he really could exploit, or if he'd want to exploit it. Because if he pissed Bruce Lee off, then he's dealing with a pissed off Bruce Lee, and no one wants to deal with a pissed off Bruce Lee. Frankly, come on. But answer me the question honestly. Would you want to deal with a pissed off Bruce Lee? I know I wouldn't. So yeah, I'm gonna go Bruce Lee in this fight. I'm gonna go with the general consensus a lot of people tend to have is that Bruce Lee would win this fight. But I think it's not impossible Jackie Chan could win. Jackie Chan has, I think, enough durability and endurance, as well as adaptability, that he could pull a win out over Bruce Lee. I'm going to go about 8 out of 10 times. I'm going to go 80% of the time Bruce Lee wins it. But I think it's very possible Jackie Chan could pull out a victory. I think that's very possible. But what do you think? Do you think it's Jackie Chan, or do you think it's Bruce Lee? Honestly, I'm curious, because this is one of those weird scenarios where not only are these real people that have lived or still live, but they actually were alive at the same time and actually met for a while, before Jackie Chan was honestly a master or a martial artist, though. So it's kind of weird, isn't it? But let me know in the comments below what you think. Thanks for watching, though. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. And ideas for who would win: Star Wars, Superhero Magic, What if anything new on the channel? Put that in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get it at some point. So thanks for watching. Gojira will be up next later tonight, so keep your eyes open for that. Till then, thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.